crikey. Come on. Got to get him up out of those logs, otherwise I'm well and truly poked. That one was like a bloody aggravated robbery. Flew out, smashed the cicada. Good morning. Welcome to another exciting edition of Black Creek Ops. It's with a bit of sadness that we start today's episode. A couple of bloody great New Zealanders have passed away lately. First old Murray Bull sold the farm not so long ago, and then bloody Fred Dagg from Tie Happy. Couple of great New Zealand icons gone. Anywho, without further ado, we'll kick her in the guts, Trev. Crack on. It's a bloody calf. Bloody cattle in the river. We're in. I thought I could see this guy further back. He's got a bit of pull. You're going the wrong way, fella. Come back this way. Come on. Come on, this way, this way, this way, this way. There you go. Bloody beauty. What a bloody beauty. Well, that's a bloody good start. I was getting a bit worried there when I saw the bloody cows down in the river, but the trout didn't seem to mind them today, which was good. I spotted that fella just out here for a start. I threw a stimulator with about a size 16 pheasant tail dropper on him and he wouldn't come up. I probably threw about maybe 5 or 6 times, and then I switched to a truck and trailer pheasant tail rig, just a couple of little pheasant tails. He'd moved back up from his original spot and he'd gone closer up into the pool there. And I saw him come across to one side, flick the nymphs up, indicator went down, lit him up, and yeah, managed to drag the bugger back in, just on £5. Good fish. beautiful condition. Toys. Picked up this new thing. It's a Canon PowerShot SX60 HS. No idea what that means, but it's a 65 times zoom, and I've thrown a circular polarizing lens on it, CPL, a corporal lens on it, and basically what that should do is anything I can see through my polarized spotting glasses, hopefully you guys will be able to see through that camera, get rid of a bit of the glare on the water. A little bit of a embuggerance to set up. Yeah, it's a big piece of kit to lump up and down the river, but we'll give it a crack and see what happens. Can't make the films any worse, I suppose. So the date today is the 11th of April. Down here in New Zealand, we've been smashed by record rainfall last week. Some areas, geez, I think they got over 100 mils in a few hours, which is pretty untidy. It's a lot of water. Everything around here has been really flooded. The creeks have had a good blowout, and we probably haven't had rain for maybe 5 or 6 days now, and everything's starting to clear. This river's starting to look not too bad. The problem is though, there's another bloody tropical cyclone heading down from the Pacific, and we're expecting to get smashed tomorrow. So all this black cloud that's starting to lurk around is going to all turn to custard this afternoon and become quite untidy. I just saw a fish rise over there. Might have to deal with that. Short-term forecast, everything's going to turn to custard, the rivers will go brown and high. There'll be a whole heap of firewood floating around though afterwards. Yeah, come get some bloody firewood. Right, somewhere over here's a fish. Let's see if I can seek and close with. Maybe even capture it. Probably not kill today, no killing today. Right, so just up in front here, we've got a reasonable trout that's feeding. There's a fish right there. He must have seen some movement and he's come down to have a look. I suppose if nothing else, that encounter was rather entertaining. So the fish knew something was up and he came to the back of the pool and eyeballed me and then headed back off. He did that a couple of times. Yeah, he's a smart fish, he knows what he's up to. The water there was very still. There are actually maybe 3 or 4 smaller fish in there. And there was something else down there, that eel. You can just see that big eel over the far side. I guess when your hidey spot's occupied by a big bloody eel, it's probably safer to take your chances out in the open rather than losing a fin. Crikey dick. Just sneaking up a little bloody new creek that's been ploughed out by the last big flood. I suppose the good thing about having a decent flood every once in a while is it gives everything a good blast out. Now this creek bed here used to be quite overgrown, but now you can walk right up it, which saves a big wade around a deep pool covered in gorse, which was never really much fun. Seen quite a few fish so far. It's definitely hard going. Yeah, I got that 5-pounder right at the start and spooked a couple since. But the measure of success for a day's fishing is not how many fish one catches, but how much fun you have while you're out there doing it. And I'm having fun today. I'm sure having fun. Huge fish holding just through there. We'll set up the big camera gear. We've got a nymph on. He appears to be nymphing. Real ugly spot for a back cast in here. Actually, real ugly spot for most things. I'm sure though, I'll manage to balls it up spectacularly. Here we go. Back cast straight into the shot. Got him! There's logs down there. It's a good fish. It's got some pull. Crikey Dick, come on. Got to get him up out of those logs, otherwise I'm well and truly poked. He's trying to go deep. Come on fish, come up, come up, come up. He knows if he goes deep, he's got me fucked. Holy shit! Snapping duck shit. That's bloody awesome. Man, I don't think that line had any more give in it. She was starting to sing. So stoked the bloody knots held. He was just sitting down there next to that orange rock, hitting nymphs. He followed the nymphs twice downstream, then I threw on a cicada. He came up and took it, but then I thought it wasn't in his mouth, but he must have taken it and then it hooked, and he did a bit of a bloody pirouette under the water. And it was a case of now or never, and I lifted the line and the whole thing went tight, and gee whiz, and you've seen the rest for yourself. Yes! Bloody beauty. Absolutely cracking fish, awesome condition. Is it my best fish for the season? Blah, 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 blah. Is it my best fish for the season? Must be pretty bloody close. It was a nice fish. Right, somewhere over there is the rest of my junk. Best I go find it. Wicked. Cicada again. Just a little fella. Hey, 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 hey. Oh, crikey. That one was like a bloody aggravated robbery. Flew out, smashed the cicada, bit of a jump and then tore off down, tried to wrap me around a bloody rock. Good fish. Geez, it was a bloody fat fish too. just over 3.5 pound, just shy of 4 pound. Right at the head of those rapids, I was picking there was going to be something in there. It just looked too good to walk past. Once that cicada hit the bloody water, geez, it flew up and monstered it. Well, I think that's about me bloody done for the day. Just came up to that pool there and I could see one. So I fired a bloody foam cicada at him. What I didn't see though was the other fish that was just in front of him who took the foam cicada. I missed the take. I saw a big swish of tail. I think the fish had already spat the fly back out. Both fish took off. No fish came to the net. I suppose we'll wrap it up there. Time to diddy mow and head on home. Cheers for watching. Spot yous later.